And next up at PFL Madrid, we've got Franco Tenaglia taking on Yassin Najid. Carlos, who you got in this one?
I'm going to go with Franco Tenaglia in this one. Najid wants to get his opponents to the ground and he wants to look for submissions, but on the feet, his striking isn't very good. But he tries. He's got some very beautiful looking kicks. That Taekwondo style is, like I said, the best type of kicking style there is, and he's very effective with it. But his hands are down, and he's got terrible defense. He doesn't really bounce in and out of the pocket, but those feet come up quick. So Tenaglia is going to have to be very cautious with it. But other than that, I think if he just comes forward, I don't really think Najid's going to be able to get him down because he doesn't have the wrestling to get this fight where he wants it to be. But what he does do is he kind of smothers you and wraps his body around you as like a blanket, and he tries to get you to the ground. And without being this big, strong guy, I don't think he's going to be able to do that and just wrestle Tenaglia to the ground. I think Tenaglia is going to stuff him if he wants to, and he's just going to throw some bombs. And Najid, every once in a while, he'll throw some shots, but even though he's ready to throw his shots, his punches, look a little sloppy. I really don't think it's going to be a big deal if it goes to the ground too. I think Tenaglia is probably just going to maul him on the ground, hold position, and ground him out. But I think I'm taking to get done.
Yeah, two for Tenaglia here. I'm not a big fan of this Taekwondo style in MMA. Obviously, the hands down low and the flashy kicks are all well and good. They're great when they land. But ultimately, I think Tenaglia here, his bare knuckle boxing experience is going to come in handy here. Corral the kicker, get on the inside and land big bombs, as Carlos mentioned. I do like the fact that Najid will try to look to get fights to the ground. I think that's probably going to be his best path to victory here against Tenaglia. Obviously, with Tenaglia, 5-2, not necessarily known for the ground game, and the submissions that he does have on his record are, kind of with a feather in his cap in terms of the level of competition. They look like absolute bums. But Najid, he can land these kicks that are flashy kicks on the outside, but once guys crash the pocket like a guy like Tenaglia, I think it's going to be night and day. It's going to be pretty much falling knockout, and it's just one of these fights where I think it's going to be one-way traffic. I hate to say it, but Najid at 40 years old, I don't necessarily trust the chin either. I don't necessarily trust the ground game that much either. We've seen him get leg locked and mix in grappling against a guy that's better on the ground than he is, and I don't trust the fight IQ. I don't like the fact that the hands are down, and I think a guy like Tenaglia is just going to swarm him early. Kind of get in his face, corral him, take away the kicks, back him up against the fence, land big shots to the body, and then come upstairs for the knockout. I think this one should be absolutely one-way traffic. Franco Tenaglia by knockout is my prediction, and I feel fairly confident in him this week.